Hey guys, Aletha here. I wanted to come on live real quick and to talk to you guys about what's going on in 2023 for me. As you can see over here, there are a little bit boxes here. I am prepping to move this year. So I am ahead of the curve right now. I don't like procrastinating, so I have some box ready to start packing away things that I already know I'm not using up until the day I move. I wanted to come on and literally just take 10 minutes of your time and tell you what's going on in 2022 with my business as CEO of Inner Star Compass Healing. I am so excited to bring you some quality work and looking forward to working with some really good, motivated folks who want to change. So, let me tell you a little bit what's going on. As you guys know, I am a 20-year veteran from in the Navy, retired in 2014, and spent the next 3 years just working on volunteering with the community, really getting to know the community and what I can do for the community. Not the other way around, what the community can do for me. And so I built a relationship with my community. And I want you to do me a favor. I want you to take some notes and write down some things that resonates with you. And if they resonate with you, I want you to make a comment below what resonated with you as I'm talking. And I'm not going to talk for too long. So, getting to know my community, I learned what areas I would like to work in. And so I started in the educational perspective as working with kids, volunteering, helping kids who are from single homes really have a chance to have some positive mentorship into their lives. So I started in volunteering in a volunteering mode as a mentor and a leader for the youths. And then I started my own business as an art intuitive coach. And what is that? It's similar to art therapy, except I don't have the license for art therapy. And as a coach, I was able to use that as a tool to show people how to trust the process of going through transformation. So I became a transformational life coach, and I have been a transformational life coach since then. However, when you try to plot a 5 year plan, business plan, you don't put into it life instances such as a divorce, as what happened with me. And so for 4 years, I had to put a lot of my business on hold to focus on my health and my children's health and how to go about the divorce without compromising who I truly am. And that was, though that was challenging, I made it through, and I would love to say that I made it through with my dignity, with my honor, and with my integrity intact. And I did it with the best version of myself. And so, a lot of us during divorce really are triggered because we have spent so much time invested in this relationship that now this person is no longer loving you, no longer giving you respect, no longer giving you positive regard. And so it challenges your identity of who you are in reference to X amount of years married or being a boyfriend, girlfriend to this person. And so I came out of that knowing that I still wanted to serve the community. And as the result of that, I went back to school and try to be a project manager. That just didn't resonate energetically with me. I really wanted my second career to be something that really lights my fire and is intact with my passion. And I knew that art was part of it. I knew that being a mentor was part of it. I knew that being a leader was a part of it. And I also knew that being a transformational coach was a part of that. So, what does that look like for me? Well, I went back to school for mind and body medicine, and I did 4 years of schoolwork. And I am now in my last 2 years where I'm writing and doing the research for my dissertation as a doctor in mind and body medicine. And out of that, I came out with several certification in biofeedback and also in life coaching. And I'm very honored that I was able to get that. On top of the other certifications that I have for project management, for Reiki master, and for spiritual work. So not only am I a transformational coach, I am a spiritual life coach as well. For those people who are going through what we call the awakening of the soul. And it's not really an awakening, it's a return back to the focus of the inside of us that is already awakened, but we just lost the sensation and the contact with it. And so that is what I do. So, what's going to happen in 2020? I don't know if many of you know that I'm a speaker. So, I am a motivational speaker, I'm a transformation coach speaker as well. And I also speak for the educational side of the house. And so, I've done several speaking engagements last year, and this year I would love to engage more. Last year, I had to take a step back from my business because I had two surgeries, two hips, both hips had to be replaced. And then this year, at the end of last year, actually, I had to do my right knee. And so my health was a little bit more on the priority list, and the recovery process of that was more important to me than the success of my business. Now, when we talk about success, I want my business to be successful. I want to have, that financial stability, but it's not the important thing. That is not why I became a business coach and a CEO of Inner Star Compass Healing. I became a CEO of my own business because I know I have a story with my lived experience enough to share with people in a leadership, mentorship, and transformational and spiritual perspective within all those four contexts to be able to help someone who is going through trauma and who has lost contact with the sensation of who they are, lost their identity, and are not willing to let go of the identity, but knowing what I know about neuroplasticity, about epigenetics, about spirituality, I know that we can change and create a new version of ourselves. And so that is why I went into business. And that is my concern. And so for 2023, this is what I intend to do with my business and with the position of as CEO. I intend to go out more on the speaking engagements and really be there for people to speak and tell my story so that you may hear. What is my story? There are so many, but I will tell you what the main anchor or root of my story is. There were three times in my life when my soul, had to ask me, do you want to live or die? And the, the tower moment, as we call it, because you have to climb out of the hole that you dig yourself into, the shame or the loneliness or the isolation or the depression, all the emotions that brought you into a low vibration. You had to dig yourself out of that. And when you got to that, you started climbing, but you climbed so high without reference that you fall off into into nothingness. And it's a rude awakening when you go through a tower moment. It is unstable. And so, as a life coach, I help people who are going through their tower moments find stability, find comfort in who they are, find the ignition back into their heart, into their soul, and that connection back with them, reintegrate fragments of themselves that they left behind in the time of the incidents or events that cause traumatic memory and attachment of low vibrational entities to them. And so that is what I do, and that is what I want to do. I want to continue to speak and be there for folks. Also, I want to do the group training, group coaching for folks who really want to find a community that truly is their tribe. Too often, we are doing everything by ourselves. Social support is vital to our wellness. And so I want to be able to create a community that can help each other and be authentically there for each other, not to use each other, but to be there for building up each other. And third, I want to give people hope. Hope is one of the highest result of wellness. When someone restore their hope, their wellness increases. They come out of their depression. They look forward to, with clarity, with more focus as to going forward to change. And I want to end with this. Change is possible because our brain and our human body itself is so powerful that we can command it to change. And as we sit in meditation or we sit in stillness, we connect to our brain, or we connect above our brain, we connect to the heavens, to our ancestors, we connect to the earth, and we put all that through our energy centers. And as we do that, we create new synapses in our brain. And those new synapses only follow the directions as to what you give it. So if in your third eye you create a scenario of who you want to be, what you want to do, that creates a focus, like a beam towards the universe to bring forward things that already is in existence to you. But then you have to feel it, and that's where that ignition shows up, that ignition in your soul. And so when you feel it, you start creating and you start pulling it to towards you faster. So I want to let you know and leave this message letting you know that hope is a great thing to have. So have hope in knowing that you can change into the person that you want to be. I would love to hear from you. Let me know how this came across to you. And if you want me as a speaker or as a life coach, please get in touch with me. Send me a private message or go to my website, www.innerstarcompass.com, healing.com. So I will put the website below, and know that your community is out there. Your tribe already exists. You just have to call it into your being. This is Aletha Williams from Inner Star Compass Healing saying, have a great day. But I want to end with this quote in honor of Dr. Martin Luther King. Dr. King was a great leader, a great speaker, a great mentor. Dr. King says, I have learned this heart. When I have nothing more to say, I stop talking. Another one that he said, and I would love to end with this: everything we see is a shadow cast by what we do not see. So, what we don't see, it takes someone like myself as a life coach coming in there and co creating with you and giving you hope to create your own version of what you want to see. So, you have a good day, and thank you so much. Good night.